Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Boom Shaka, and wherever you're listening to me on my podcast or my YouTube channel, wherever it is, I welcome you. And if you're interested, you can join my team at patreon.com/boomshaka. I wanted to speak to you guys in this video or podcast about how we are just puny human beings and we see so little, right? So we don't actually know where all the stuff that we're doing is leading up to. Which river is it flowing into? Which ocean is it flowing into? We have no idea where it's all going. And the reality of it is that if you knew, perhaps you wouldn't do what you're doing, right? If you knew where it was going, perhaps you wouldn't actually put so much effort into it. But because we don't know where it's all going, and we believe in our hopefulness as human beings that it's going somewhere amazing, because that's what we believe as human beings. Every single time we do something, we have hope that's going to be absolutely amazing. And so we don't know where it's going, but we keep on going. So many people come to me and ask me, what is the end result of all this stuff that I'm doing? Where is it going to get me? I don't know. I have no idea. I only know that in this moment in time, right now in this space, as I'm sitting here talking to you, the stuff that I'm doing on a daily basis excites me, gets me into that state of flow, makes me happy, gets me just ecstatic, gives me the orgasm of life. And all of that tells me that I'm supposed to be doing this, right? I don't know where it's going. I have no idea. Just to give you an example, a very stupid and simple example. I'm not really sure about the history of Vincent van Gogh, and I'm not really an expert on it. But from my perspective, it seemed that he was the epitome of doing things when he didn't know where it was going. He painted some of the most beautiful paintings on this planet, but he lived a life of misery, it seemed, right? But he did the paintings because that was what he needed to do, guys. There was something inside of him that was telling him, paint, and he painted. Even though he was miserable, even though he didn't know where it was going, even though everyone said that he was a crappy painter or whatever else, he didn't care about all that stuff. Or perhaps he did, but he kept on going. He kept on painting. And now, even if he's dead, in post-mortem, he's one of the greatest painters that ever lived. But we don't know. We don't know where our work is going towards, right? I might die tomorrow, but all of the stuff that I leave behind might change people's lives in the future. Or might change one person's life in the future. And that in itself makes it worth it. Right? But I don't know where it's all going. If as human beings, or as entrepreneurs, or as creative people, or as human beings in general, if we pay way too much attention to what is going on and what's going to happen in the future, right? We're like, okay, I'm going to do this because I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to get here. And that's where I want to get to, right? That's the only reason I'm going to do it. If I don't get there, then it's been a complete waste and I wasted my time and what the hell, right? A lot of us go into certain things with that kind of idea. I'm going to start this business so I can be a millionaire, right? But if I'm not a millionaire by month 6, then I need to give it all up, kind of thing, right? And so we put all these ideas into our head, into our future. And we say, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. And we don't get there in the time frame that we actually assign ourselves. But if we really look at it from a perspective where we step back and say, okay, what did I get out of this experience? Why did I do this? You will look back in hindsight and every single time, guys, and this happens to me a lot. I look back in hindsight and everything that I did was aligned perfectly to get me to the spot right now. But in the moment when I was working on that stuff, I was unsure and confused and I didn't know why I was doing what I was doing. I had no idea why I was doing what I was doing. But I kept on going. And that's what I implore you guys to do as well. Keep on going, right? I've said this a billion times before, but this lesson is so important because I hear it over and over again. People feel lost in the moment because they don't see where they're going. Why do we need this? Why do we have this need to see where we're going? Even if you knew where you were going, do you think you'd change what you were doing? Even if you knew where you were going, do you think anything would change your perspective? If we were the human beings that could see far off into the future, and we knew exactly where our life is going, would you still be doing what you're doing right now? If that answer is yes, then why does it matter where you're going? Why does it matter where you're going? Right? What is the point of that question? What's the point of that questioning? Why are we wasting our energy on it? In this moment in time, right now, I'm doing this podcast. I'm recording this episode or YouTube channel, whatever you're listening to. I'm recording this, right? This audio, this voice of mine, this video of mine. And I'm saying all these things. I don't know where it's going. I'm going to post it. Maybe one person will listen to it, maybe 100. Maybe they'll get something out of it. Maybe they won't. Maybe it's a complete waste of time. But in this moment in time, I felt like doing this video. And I'm going to put it out there. And that is all, guys. That is all. That is all. That is all our responsibility. Our responsibility is not to go into the future and search for what our stuff has done. Our responsibility is not to gauge what the future is all about, or to predict the future, or to tell people what's going to happen in the future. It is not our responsibility, nor is it something that's possible for us, because most people are clueless about the future. Clueless. I have predicted the future so many times for myself in the past, and it's been completely false every single time. I did not predict myself sitting here in Chiang Mai recording a podcast out of all things, or this video. I did not predict myself building a business based on the Awakening Odyssey. I did not predict anything that I'm doing right now in this moment in time. I could predict right now saying I'm going to be in Toronto in 10 years, but I bet you it's going to be absolutely false because I have no powers at all of predicting the future, far off in the future, right? I can tell you where I'm going to be on this weekend, pretty much, and that's it. So we're not good at prediction. We're not good at predicting why we're doing something. We're not good at predicting the value of something. We're not good at predicting what something is going to result in. All of the things I've done in my past have helped me in my business right now, are helping me in my business right now. I did all these things in my jobs, and all the different jobs I did, and all the different things I did, all the books that I read, and I read them in kind of a silo, in a vacuum of sorts. I didn't know why I was reading it. I felt like reading it, so I did it. I felt like studying that, so I studied it. I felt like taking that course, so I did it. I didn't know where it was all going. But all of it in like this perfection mold, it's kind of coming to fruition now, where I'm using all the skills that I studied, read, did in the past. And if I had tried to predict it and said, okay, I'll be in Chiang Mai, so I need all these skills, like this, so let me kind of study all that stuff, it would have been completely false, because it would not have worked out that way. I would not have ended up using those skills if I predicted it that way. Ended up happening that way. That happens without any interference, is what I'm saying. When we interfere too much in the natural flow of events, we're going to be interfering in the natural patterns that are not going to result in anything good. Or perhaps the interference is something that we're supposed to be doing. We don't know. We don't know, guys. My main tenet, the main reason why I'm doing this spiel, is because way too many people come asking me the same question. Okay, so I'll do this, but what is the point of it? I don't know what the point of it is. You don't need to know what the point of it is. You're doing it because you feel like doing it. That's all. You need to do it because some voice inside of you is telling you to do it. Because it's important for you to do it. Because you feel like doing it. Because it's fun for you to do it. That's all good reasons. Not everything that we do has to result in something epic. We just do it, and it might result in something epic. It might result in helping you in the future. It might not, but that's not the point. In every moment, in every space and time, I want you guys to come back to realizing that it matters that you're doing this because you care about it. Not because you believe that someday in the future you're going to be a millionaire because of it. Or someday in the future you're going to be famous because of it. Or someday in the future people are going to respect you for it. That all is not a good motivator, at least not for me. I don't care about that stuff. But when I do get excited about stuff, it's because I really want to do it. It's because my inner voice, my inner instinct, my gut is telling me, you're going to love this stuff. Just go for it, man. Just do it. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. And so I just do it. No concern about the end result. No concern about where is it all going and why am I doing here? What am I doing here, right? I'm not saying that I don't have those moments, but I always always bring myself back to realizing I don't know anything anymore anyways. I have no idea what's going on this planet. I receive so much goodness on a daily basis. I don't know where it's all going. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. So how am I going to predict anything that I'm doing, what the effect of it's going to be? Right? I don't know, no idea, guys. And neither do you. Make sense? I hope this makes sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions, please do message me anytime at boomshaka@themillionairehippie.com. If you guys are interested, join my team at patreon.com/boomshaka. I'll see you guys the next time around. Bye for now.